every so often I see someone online that's told to clone their disk with DD-Rescue or HDDSuperClone, and they look into it and then go, oh no, that's Linux. I don't know how to run Linux. I don't know how to do that. Well, the easiest way to do that is with the live CD, and HDDSuperClone has a live CD that also has DD-Rescue on it. So you can find the HDDSuperClone website, go to the live CD area, download, go to the downloads area, which is actually in Google Drive. I always like to switch to the list view, find the newest version, and most everybody usually wants the newest 64-bit version. You want the ISO, currently based on 18.04, so then you would download it, and that's going to take a while because you can see it's relatively large. So that's how to get the live CD, and how you burn it to a disk depends on your computer and OS. Usually, like in Windows, you right click on the download file and say burn to disk, I guess, and the modern Windows has it built in. So now that's how to do a live CD. Well, if you want it on a bootable USB, because a lot of computers are coming without DVD players or anymore. So anyway, you go to the Unet Bootin, find the home page. There's downloads for Windows, Linux, and Mac. The Windows download is not an installer. It does not install anything. It just, you download it, you double click it, and you run it. I'm not going to get into the Linux version because really you probably already know how to run Linux then, but anyway. So once you download it, when you run it, it'll look like this. So what you do is you want to go to disk image, and you want to navigate. Take it a minute. You want to navigate. Oh, this isn't going to give me easy navigation, is it? What? Would have been nice if this would have gave me easy navigation. It would have saved me a little bit of trouble. So now I gotta try to find it. No. Oh, it's in the data drive. Can I paste? I cannot paste. Sorry this is taking so long. So you find it. This is why Linux is kind of a pain sometimes. So you find it. Once you find it, open it. Now, if you want to make it persistent, meaning that it will remember things that you do to it, you can install software on it. You would increase this to whatever size you wanted. Let's say we want to give it 1 gig, so 1024 megabytes. You see this little message it gives here. Where'd it go? Works only with it. It works if you try to crank this up above what your capacity is. It says it will only use what it can. You should also be prepared for this to completely delete the USB drive. So far, my findings are this does not actually delete everything on the USB drive, so you should delete everything so you've got room. This would probably take a minimum of a 2 gig hard drive, considering this is about a 1.5 gig live CD. So anyway, pick your settings, pick your drive, make sure it's actually the flash drive and not a hard drive. I believe this thing is pretty stout for not letting you select an actual hard drive. And then, I guess it lets you pick a hard disk if you want to. I wouldn't suggest that, but anyway, click OK. You must first mount. Well, see, you wouldn't have that problem in Windows, and because this OS doesn't automatically mount. So now I mounted it. We click OK. The file system already exists. Oh, but that's because I already have it on there. So yes to all. If it would have been blank, it wouldn't have done that. So this is going to take several minutes or longer, depending on how fast or slow your USB drive is, and also how much persistent space you pick, because it's going to take a while. So Anyway, that's how, when this is done, you have a bootable USB flash drive that'll boot the HDD Live CD. This is the preferred method for making a bootable USB for HDD Live CD because it is the only version that I have found, the only program that I have found that actually makes it boot just as if it was the Live CD itself, meaning you get the same menu items. And if you happen to be using the Pro version of HDDSuperClone, you're able to get to the area where you can choose to disable a port if you need to. And that's all. Alright, as you can see, it finished. And this is telling you need to pick a boot option in the BIOS. You may need to go in and change settings. You may just need to get to a boot menu to be able to boot from it. That's going to depend on your computer. You may have to look up how to do that on your computer. So we'll just exit. And oh, by the way, I am doing all of this on a live CD. This is actually booted to the live CD right now. So as you can see, you can get to a terminal to run anything you want. Like if there's commands, if you want to do DD rescue, it's here. That's annoying, but HDDSuperClone can actually be double clicked. And give it a second, it's got to spin the CD up. And it ran from there, and as you can see, it's GUI. So it is really that easy to run HDDSuperClone on a live CD or from a live USB once you've created it. It's not that difficult, and there you have it. I almost forgot to add one thing about the live CD is the screensaver is very annoying, and if you're covering a hard drive, you're going to be spending a lot of time sitting there watching it or coming back to look at it, and the screen will be black. So that's what this magic button here is to disable the screensaver. Turns it off, and now you don't have to worry about the screensaver.